Hello guys, Gator here, today bringing you a Silver Server deck. Okay, the reason that we're playing Silver Server is because it's the new Season Pass card, obviously, and it's just so good. Just take a look at this. Negative Server and Sera Miracle Server are both Tier 1, and why they're so good is because of how strong the Silver Server is, buffing all 3 cost cards by 3 power. Now let's take a look at our deck. Are we gonna net deck and copy the Negative Server deck, or just copy the Sera Miracle Server deck? Of course not. This is a deck that we have made very early on when Silver Server was released. Of course, why won't I optimize this deck? It's because I don't got the best cards, because we're just starting our Pool 3 journey. Well, back in the day when I first made this deck, I did not have Mystique, but now that we've put it, we're gonna put her in the deck. She's gonna work so well if you play her right after the Wong. But hey, let's take a look at the greatest cards in here. What we're doing in this deck is we're taking the 2 win conditions, Mr. Negative and Sera. We're gonna put them both in the same deck, which is why we are gonna make this deck very consistent, because we got the 2 win conditions that we need to draw by turn 4 or turn 5. So we can definitely make good use of them and make the deck extremely consistent and win a ton of games. Okay, I gotta say this again. If you want this deck to work really well, Mystique is great. And some other card is also really awesome, but I still don't get it. Yep, you guys have guessed it. It's Brood. Brood is just such a great card because it's 3 costs and it summons 2 cards that are 3 costs as well. So your Silver Server can buff them and give them +9 power. It's just crazily good. It's a shame that I still have not opened it in the cakes. Please be in my next one. But hey, let's take a look at the other guys. Of course, we got Angela here. We got Psylocke. We got some 3 cost cards, but be creative. Just play around with these 3 cost cards. You can switch them up. Like if you have a Storm, you could consider playing a Juggernaut with it, so it can, control lanes and win you lanes completely. But hey, if you don't like Storm in here without the Juggernaut, I would suggest Killmonger. It's gonna be great because it kills the 1 cost cards. Of course, if you play Killmonger, it's not gonna sync too well with your Mr. Negative, so you're gonna be leaning onto the Sera Miracle side. But hey, this deck is very consistent, so do not worry about that. But hey, the best thing that can ever happen in this deck is turn 2 Psylocke, turn 3 Mr. Negative because of the +1 energy on turn 3, and then you can draw 3 cards that are gonna be swapped by Mr. Negative. And that's gonna be so great. Some of these cards could cost 0, right? And of course, if you can slap down your Wong on turn 4 and follow it up with a Mystique, then that's gonna be extremely good value in the late game as well. But of course, a very classic way to win is to turn 5 Sera, and then on turn 6 you can drop 3 cost cards because they only cost 2. That's why Sera Miracle is just OP. Now let's jump into some games and see how the stack works in action. With this stack, you don't have a turn 1 play. So the best thing you can do is, either Psylocke turn 2 or Angela. Angela Bishop are going to scale really well. And hey, after we slap down Angela, we see the Raft. That is why we Bishop the same lane, and hopefully we're going to outspeed our opponent in filling up that Raft. Okay, they went for the Carnage, so I think we would win this battle. Yeah, the Raft is just such a great location to win, and if you win the Raft, there's not very much your opponent can do about it. You just get a really nice 0 cost 6 card. Yeah, and usually that discount is going to win you the game. But hey, maybe you're gonna get something really bad. I don't know. Maybe you can get an Autumn Solar that you don't need or want to use, then, well, maybe that's not too good. Yeah, turn 4 is... Okay, yep, that Mr. Negative is going to do some work. Okay, come on, draw me some good cards. But sadly, I don't got the strongest card that you can, play around with Mr. Negative. But hey, we got shut down by Cosmo, so Mr. Negative... not so good here. But hey, we can just go for another lane. We got Silver Surfer in hand, and we got the Zero Cost Apocalypse from the raft. So we are looking good. Okay, ordering is very important. You always want to Silver Surfer last. Yeah, don't worry if this game is not exactly the best showcase, because this is textbook stuff. You guys will see more interesting games in just a second. But hey, this is your textbook Silver Surfer win. Just place down your 3-cost stuff. And ordering, very important. Ironheart first, buffing everybody. And then, as the final play, you Silver Surfer. That's gonna buff your board to infinity. And look at that, even with the Cosmo shutdown, we still win by far. And GG, well played to our opponent. Okay, so maybe you are still doubting Mr. Negative if you have not played him yet. Oh, it's just, swapping around power and energy. Is it even good? Okay, this game is going to showcase that. Look at what Mr. Negative can do. And you'll be surprised. Angela, into a bishop. Okay, if I had known I was going to top deck Mr. Negative, I would have played Psylocke last turn. But sadly, I don't have firm belief in the heart of the cards. But hey, we got our Silver Surfer as well, which is cool. Okay, the wave. Maybe they're gonna cheat out a big card, but we don't care, because we got our Mr. Negative. We just slap it down. Slapping it down on turn 4 is the normal scenario. And then on turn 5 and 6, you're gonna draw 2 cards, which are swapped by Mr. Negative. Okay, they cheat out a leader, thinking, ooh, I'm gonna copy one of your 5 or 6 cost plays. But nope, that did not happen. Maybe that Mr. Negative is gonna screw him up. That's for cheating out your leader, my opponent. But look at this. We top deck a 0-5 Iron Man. Imagine how great it is gonna be. Iron Man wants to, double everybody's power. But when he is 0 cost himself and 5 power, this is just crazy. I don't see any way we're gonna lose this match. So we're gonna snap right in his face. Yep, we're just gonna step back, shoot that 3-pointer in your face. What can you do about it? There's not much he can do because of how good this Iron Man is. Okay, look at this. Because we got Mr. Negative and Sera on the field, we are going to play almost every single card we have. Okay, we can play all of our cards. Look at this 0-5 Iron Man, 0-3 Ironheart. It's just beautiful. But always remember, ordering. Play Ironheart into Wolfsbane into Silver Surfer. That's gonna be, the most normal way of winning. Yep. Are we scared of the Baxter building? Yeah, I think I should just go Iron Man on there. Okay, we're cool. Come on, let's go. Yeah, this right here is the best play. But for some reason, we are changing it up. Not sure why. Yep, I should have gone for Iron Man for Wolfsbane, but, well, anyways, the opponent retreated, and that is gonna be GG well played. This is the value of Miss Negative and Sera. Look at how strong this would have been. Next victim. Okay, this is kind of a weird game. That's why we're clipping it. We got some pretty bad draws because our Wong just came on the final turn, so we can't play him. We don't got the distorted Iron Man. But hey, we got Sera, and then on the final turn we play 3 cards. The Storm is just here to, you know, eat up the Silver Surfer buff. But as you can see, that's Bar Sinister. What's better than Silver Surfer? How about 4? Look at this! Silver Surfer is gonna buff the other Silver Surfers. Imagine how much power we are gonna get. Come on, take the guess. 18 power on Bar Sinister. And then in the middle, 31. And that is an easy clap onto our opponent. GG, well played. Okay, do you know why I make this deck instead of just net decking the negative deck or the Sera Miracle deck? You guys will see very soon. This deck is just so consistent. Okay. This is turn 2. And turn 3 right now. Okay, we're just gonna slap down a bishop. It's not gonna be bad at all because bishop is going to reveal before the other cards. So we're gonna get those buffs onto bishop. We do want to win the Baxter building. That's why we're slapping down bishop on the left side. Because, you know, it's a scaling card. And of course, if we get our Silver Surfer, please top deck him. Otherwise, we might be in trouble. But hey, turn 4 Mr. Negative. We're just gonna put him in the middle because we are already losing it by a little bit. Okay, they have the Wong. It is kind of troubling though. Okay, ooh, we got our distorted Wong. Look at this. This is the strength of Mr. Negative. A 2/4 Wong. And we can play that on turn 5 along with the Mystique. Look at this rare and obviously extremely powerful combo. Our unrevealed cards are going to trigger 4 times just by slapping them down. Okay, the Daredevil saw our play, which is a little troubling. Okay, are they gonna be able to win? That's the question. But the bishop is gonna get buffed. And of course, next turn, it depends on what we're going to top deck. If we top deck the Silver Surfer, it's just gonna be so great because it's gonna trigger 4 times. Yeah, Wong plus Mystique basically makes the location Bar Sinister, like we saw in the last clip. But hey. Okay, Mr. Sinister. What's he trying to do? Yeah, I think I know what he's doing. He's going to go for the Cerebral and buff the highest power cards by 2. Yeah, that's pretty much his game plan. But how about ours? Okay. We do not get our Silver Surfer, which is kind of sad. But hey, I think Ironheart into Wolfsbane is going to be good enough. Yeah, that's one problem with the Killmonger, is that it doesn't work with Mr. Negative. But hey, we still got Ironheart and Wolfsbane. So I think we're good, because both of them are gonna trigger 4 times, as we mentioned. Okay, the Brood. That's the card that we want the most. Of course, they go for the Cerebro. But hey, look at this. Come on, buff us. Buff the middle. Buff us to victory. Just one more. Nice. Okay, now we cleanly win that middle lane. Look at this Wolfsbane. From 1 power, buffing himself 4 times. Oh my goodness. All the way up to 25 from 1 power. And that's the power of Wong Mystique. The reason this deck is so great. And GG well played to our opponent. So hopefully after those games, you guys will understand why I called this particular variant the most consistent of the Surfer decks. Well, we got Mr. Negative right here, we got Sera, so if we draw into either one of those, we're in for a very good time. And of course, the best thing we can ever top deck into is gonna be the Silver Surfer. But even if we didn't, Still, this deck can hold its ground. The only thing I want to change is obviously, Storm for Brute. But otherwise, I think this list is pretty perfect. Of course, please, pray for us. Let us get that Brute very soon so we can perfect this deck. But hey, hopefully you guys have learned how to use these different combos, as in, Wong, Mystique, Psylocke into Mr. Negative, and of course the late game Sera's into a huge turn 6 with a ton of free drops into Silver Surfer. If you guys like the content, do not hesitate to sub for free and like the video. And if you want to see some of my other guides, they are easily searchable on my channel. Now have a great rest of the day, enjoy the holiday season, and peace out, guys.